Human respiratory system and respiration in animals. The human respiratory system includes the nose, pharynx, trachea, bronchi, lungs, and diaphragm. Its main function is to provide oxygen to the body and remove carbon dioxide through the process of breathing and gas exchange in the alveoli. Main parts of the human respiratory system. 1. Nose nasal cavity. Air enters the body through the nose. The nasal cavity has tiny hair and mucus that filter dust and germs from the air. The air is also warmed and moistened before it moves to the next part of the system. Two. Pharynx. The pharynx is a tube-like structure that connects the nose to the trachea, windpipe. Both food and air pass through the pharynx, but air moves toward the lungs. Three. Trachea, windpipe. The trachea is a tube that carries air from the pharynx to the lungs. It is lined with mucus and small hair-like structures called cilia that trap dust and microbes to keep the lungs clean. Four. Bronchi and bronchioles. The trachea splits into two tubes called bronchi, one going into each lung. Inside the lungs, the bronchi divide into smaller tubes called bronchioles, which further branch out like tree roots and lead to tiny air sacs. Five. Lungs. The lungs are the main organs of the respiratory system. They are sponge-like and are located in the chest cavity. Inside the lungs, the bronchioles end in tiny balloon-like sacs called alveoli. Six. Alveoli. The alveoli are tiny air sacs where the gas exchange takes place. There are millions of alveoli in the lungs. Oxygen from the air we breathe in passes into the blood through the walls of the alveoli, while carbon dioxide from the blood moves into the alveoli to be exhaled. Seven. Diaphragm. The diaphragm is a dome-shaped muscle at the bottom of the chest cavity. It moves up and down when we breathe. When the diaphragm contracts, it creates space for the lungs to expand and fill with air, inhalation. When it relaxes, it helps push the air out, exhalation. Three. Breathing process. Inhalation. When we breathe in, the diaphragm moves downward, and the lungs expand as they fill with air rich in oxygen. Exhalation. When we breathe out, the diaphragm moves upward, the lungs contract, and air containing carbon dioxide is expelled or removed. Respiration provides the body with oxygen, which is necessary for cells to produce energy. This energy is required for all bodily functions, like movement, growth, and repair. Respiration also helps remove carbon dioxide, which is a waste product produced by cells during energy production.